I'm gonna try to come out and see you too, Jerrell, out in Seattle at
I
some
want to get to
point.
Seattle
So
too.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try
just
to make that work.
come through
I'm
whenever.
trying to.
I ain't going anywhere. I'm just trying to wait for this boy to get back so I can plan my London trip.
Yeah,
Cause
Yeah.
she going. I just need to know if she going,
yeah,
but she going.
I hear you on
Okay.
that.
Okay.
yeah.
I hear you on
So
that.
I'm going. I'm going somewhere. I know that much. I said, bitch, you've been in Europe for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be in Europe for a week and a half. So either you coming too. Oh,
See you on the flip side.
okay.
You're gonna love London.
Well,
London's great.
listen. Let me know what your London trip days are. I might fly out for a weekend.
You know, Dawon need to see the
Yeah.
motherland.
Like, bitch,
But
I hate you right now.
not the motherland.
Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
We back, y'all.
Supreme Kentanji.
And apples and orangutans. So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
I love it. Karen. I can't have it. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. I know it's been a minute. I'm Auntea Kerel.
Hey, it's Auntea Dawon.
Hey, y'all, it's Auntie Hennessy.
And we were just saying it. The only time we take like a break during the year is during the holidays, and especially like we usually take about 3-4 weeks. And this time, just during the move, we did 3 weeks, and we record some stuff ahead of time, but it's weird to not
Because
like
we be
see
thinking
y'all
about
in
the
3
community,
weeks, right?
We be thinking about the community, giving them some every single week.
Exactly, right. But like for us to like, usually we're on like it's a cadence, and you kind of get locked and loaded in that rhythm, and to kind of get jumped out and jump back in. It's like, hey girls, what's up? Where you been?
Double Dutch, bitch.
Right.
Double Dutch. Come on now.
Oh man, and
Nah, it's true though. I've been missing y'all because I even texted last week and I was like, "Are we recording?" Because my spirit is like, "Where they at? What we doing?"
I was locked up in a hotel last week. That's where I was. This has been the most stressful move I've ever had in my life. Literally the most stressful. And the most crazy, and honestly, but thank God, like Corey and I didn't really fight this entire time, like, which is good. So I was like, okay, we don't made it through. Yeah. But like we thought we had everything planned out perfectly. We was like, okay, we're gonna close on a Friday in Atlanta. We're gonna take our ass a little, up to Philly through the weekend, drive up. God had other plans, clearly, and it worked out for the way it needed to too. Like, even though it was as stressful as it was, looking back now, I'm like, it had to happen that way, or we would have been like in some shit, because like we closed on a Friday. We were supposed to take 2 days to kind of drive up here, maybe stop somewhere along the way. But then, if you remember 2 weeks ago, there was that big kind of like random winter storm that came through. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, shit, we don't want to drive in that. Let's just gut it out and drive all 14 hours up to Philly in one swoop. So we got to Philly like that Saturday at like 1:30 in the morning. We're all tired. I haven't even seen the house we eventually bought until literally I just got here 2 weeks ago, because like that's just how quick everything was moving. So we went to go do our final walkthrough because closing was supposed to be Monday. We walk into the house. Why is the ceiling leaking? And I'm like, and this is like the bones of the house is an older house, because everything in Philadelphia I'm finding is just old. But it was a rehab turnkey house, supposedly. And literally the first time I'm seeing the house in person, the ceiling's leaking. And it's literally like 36 hours before we were supposed to close.
Shut the fuck
There
up.
wasn't any false advertising. It was turnkey. Turnkey, but the house broke.
Right. Girl, and we're like, oh my God, what are we supposed to do? Because like our furniture's coming on Tuesday. We don't have a place to stay otherwise. We have the dog. We have a car full of shit that like, because we were like, oh well, the valuables and things like that, let's just put in the car since we're driving up there anyway. And we're like, oh my God. So literally spent 9 days in the hotel as they were like figuring out where the leak was coming from, all this stuff. We had to put our furniture in storage, which is like extra, a lot of coin.
Yeah.
To like put it in storage and then have it re-delivered like 5 days later, 6 days later. You're just like, oh my God. And then fast forward to Sunday. So like we postponed delay by a week. Let's fast forward to Sunday. Again, the day before we're going to sign. We're here. Our realtor's like, you know what? For your housewarming gift, I'm going to get the cleaners. We're going to clean the house, blah, 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 blah. And so Corey and I are up here making sure. And they redid the roof that Sunday. So we're like, okay, let's just make sure everything's getting done. We come up here. And we're just sitting there like on like one of the ledges. And we hear something. Why do we look up and the roof or the ceiling is leaking again? Literally less than 24 hours. And we're like, you know what? Screw this place. We're terminating it. We're not buying this place, etc. We had the realtor draft up the termination thing. And the owner, like who kind of like helped like flip the house and all that stuff, rehab the house. I'm like, just cut open this damn ceiling. Like, we need to see where the hell this is coming from. Like, and he was like, "Oh well, you know, it's not leaking now."
Kerrell with not Kerrell with the ladder up there with the magnifying glass.
I'll forward you some pictures. I was taking pictures up on that ladder. I was like a butch queen all day.
She rolled up them sleeves. Yeah. Put the hair up real quick.
Fucking wall. Because I'm tired of this shit. And so we finally found where the water was. Like, it was a loose water bracket on, like, there's a bathroom to my right here in the second floor bathroom. And normally it's Corey the one to kind of go off. But at that point, I was done. I was like, tear this wall up. I was like, I'm tired as we are not buying this house till we know. And if you don't want to do this shit, we're walking. And you're giving us our earnest money back. And so, but long story short, we're in the house. The leak is gone. We got them to do a year builder's warranty, which is unheard of, really, especially after they, you know, it's a rehabbed house. So usually they're like, it's new, you ain't getting shit. So we were able to negotiate a lot of things that we wouldn't have gotten. And we got a brand new roof out of it and things like that. So, so yeah, it's been a zoo.
Damn girl, and here I was texting you on Sunday like, enjoy the first day in your new city, and I hope it is special for you and Corey, and it's the beginning of a new journey. And she said,
I didn't even know how
girl, to. She was like, girl, we're gonna talk about it on the podcast. I said, oh, say less.
Look, I've been reaching out to her like pretty much every week. Be like, hey girl, just thinking about you. Hope things are going well. 2 days later, hi. I was like, okay. Look,
I was so stressed. I was so stressed. Like, I just didn't have time because literally there's something every day trying to figure out. It was too much.
And you got a whole ass full-time job on top of everything else.
Two of them. Doing 2 jobs. In a hotel room with a dog that's upset that he's in a fucking hotel room, throwing up in the crate and everything. Like, girl, it was a mess. The last 2 weeks of my life have been a mess.
Damn.
Oh, girl.
And look, and the last thing we recorded was, it's my birthday, bitches. Snap.
That was the last normal day.
I feel like the 2020s is like the decade of the catastrophes.
Girl,
because it's like
trying.
just as soon as you think you like turn a corner, you turn a corner into a brick wall,
honey.
Then just when you burn through that brick wall, you found this lava flow underneath it. Like, it's just like it rains and it pours and it comes down in hard ways.
Girl, yeah. It was.
But you know what though? I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason.
Absolutely.
You know, and we might not know exactly why or when or how or whatever, but eventually figure out, you know, like, oh dang, well, you know, we actually would have moved into that house and we wouldn't you know,
we wouldn't have gotten
it's hard
everything
going through
like
it.
that. Oh yeah, and it's easier now that we're kind of through it to just stop now and think that way, because like if it was seriously 36 hours later and that shit happened, we would have been on the bill for everything. So literally he had to do like 40, I don't even want to put all the numbers out there, but like almost $5,000 for the roof. He had to cut into these scenes and put up new drywall and repaint stuff. We also got other stuff that was like tweaked in like when we were walking through the first time of the leak. And you know, Corey ain't got no shame. So Corey's like, well, you know what? We know we didn't put this in an inspection, but we were trying to work with y'all. But since you clearly shit is broken in here, we want this, we want this, we want this. I'm like, go ahead, Corey, ask for what you want, boo. I know that's right. And we got it. So it definitely worked out the way it was supposed to, but it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
So
I remember just on the vein of you don't know when you're going through it, but you know, it ends up working out in the end. I remember when I was moving from Pittsburgh to New York, I had a car. And so I was trying to sell my car on my own. It was like an X3 BMW something.
Okay.
Okay. No, it was just at any rate. So I've been trying to get rid of it, trying to sell it, whatever. And like, no, that was getting hardly any bites. And like all the people that were coming at me were people from dealerships, you know, basically trying to lowball me to like, you know, so they could jack the price up and I get this guy, he's interested in the car. He wants to take it for a test drive. So we meet up at a CVS parking lot or whatever, you know, meet the guy. He takes a look around the car, kicks the wheels. And he's like, okay, can I take it for a test drive? Sure. So, you know, he hops in the driver's seat. I hop in the passenger seat. He backs up into another car.
Oh, I remember that. That's right. I forgot
I just looked at him and I'm just like, and you not gonna buy this car?
Right.
He said, nope. And that was it. And what could I do? But so I never got a chance to sell the car before I moved to New York, but my sister's car went out on her.
Yeah.
So I ended up gifting it to my sister, you know, and it ended up helping her out and whatever. So, you know, you just, all that to say that you just never really know the wins and the whys in the hows. When shit is going like left or whatever, you never know how it's going to turn out and how it'll be probably the best thing for, you know, for whatever the situation is.
Absolutely, for sure. And even the thinking through it is just like, okay, we got the year warranty out of it, for a builder's warranty out of it. I was like, you know what? Even if all else fails and we don't like it, which we love the house, we could deal with 1 year of just weirdness, and after 2 years to make sure you don't get taxed and all that stuff, go find something else too. But no, it definitely worked out. It was a good lookout.
So the big question is,
yes, boo,
when y'all taking guests, girl?
Give us a couple weeks. I know, right? Give us a couple weeks, because like literally this weekend I'm going back to Atlanta for my cousin's weekend. Look, this weekend I'm going to Atlanta for my cousin's wedding, so I'm not here this weekend.
This chick came to New York and stayed with us on the
day one
after we moved.
Sure did. It's like, hey boo, I'm here.
But she knows strong arm. She gonna be like, no, we need a couple of weeks. Okay.
Because literally, like, because we finally closed this Monday, got the movie stuff late on Monday, so we spent all day yesterday and today trying to unpack. Then literally we leave again this weekend to go back to Atlanta for my cousin's wedding. So like, it's just a lot still going on. But give us like 1 or 2 weeks. Hop on up here, girl.
Yeah, well, I will. I'll be there.
Absolutely.
And Jerrell, how's single life treating you, girl?
Right. Ain't no single life over here.
Right, don't let fans say that.
Right. Sorry, y'all. I was just having some internet issues over here. It's just been freezing. I don't know why, but
you're coming through clear.
Okay, well, y'all were cutting up. Click, click, click. And I'm over here like, piecing together, trying to figure out what the hell going on. But by the time this come out, he will finally be back. Girl, my hand is tired.
He looks like he is having such a blast, though. He looks like he's having such a blast at home.
Wait, did you catch what Jerrell said?
I heard what you said, girl.
I got these calluses.
Girl, no, that's too much lube. My hand is oil, girl. Ain't no callus. Look, it is extra lubricated and moisturized, girl. Girl, look.
Got that slip.
That's that sauce off. His knees may still be ashy, but this hand is great.
The question is it the same hand every time?
It sure is. Yeah, every time.
You gotta switch it up.
Have we talked about that?
And I use my non-dominant hand, so don't nobody got to worry about me shaking. Look, we ain't. No.
I think we talked about that on here because, I think it stems from my dominant hand, my right hand. Especially like early porn days on the internet, had the right hand on the mouse, so the left hand was free.
Damn, exactly. That's how you scroll. You be sitting here like.
But it's funny now, since I've got married, I don't like the ring on my finger. This is TMI. This is way TMI.
But I take mine off too.
I have to take the ring off. Take this ring off. Take this ring off.
Got no rings. Ain't got no rings. Unobstructed.
Yep, I gotta take the ring off.
We always manage. We back, and she was like, "How to single life?" That was the original question. So y'all know how I be when I be single. So
we see them posts. We see them posts out there living your best life in Seattle.
I know she out here is like St. Patty's Day
and the Northwest
and everything. I'm like, okay, she out here.
Yeah, my besties were in town. One came in from Minneapolis, and the other came in from Sacramento, and it was just 5 days of just
debauchery.
Woo,
yeah.
You just know how the group get together, y'all just be drinking and kikiing and doing things, and then you got your day naps and you got your just waking up with your your wig backwards. You're like, oh girl, just 5 days of that is just a lot. It's a lot. And then they went home and I had a concert to go to that Sunday night.
Who'd you see?
I went to Lucky Day.
How was he?
Bitch, that boy can sing.
I know that's right.
He could sing. I was like,
ooh. I like Lucky Day a lot.
He has, and he has this charisma about him too. He just be on the stage, just getting into it. He was good. He was really good. I was glad I went.
Yeah.
And it was funny because you can tell he was high. They they were the guitarist, the drummer, they were all lit up. He went and sang Roll Some More, and he literally pulled out a joint, lit that bitch on stuff.
There you go.
And sang Roll Some More. He was like, y'all, if I forgot some songs, I'll be back. Don't worry.
It was Dawon high. It was Auntie Dawon high.
But he sang for an hour and a half. Sang for an hour and a half. I said, well, damn. Yeah, and it was blackity black up in there, the Jasmine Sullivan concert.
Honey, I know.
It was just nice.
You talked about that. Yeah, literally my last night or second to last night in Atlanta was the Jasmine Sullivan concert. And that was the blackest event ever. I thought Anita Baker was the blackest event. This Jasmine Sullivan concert might have been the blackest event. It was everything. Them black women was singing the shit out them songs.
Okay, right? At some point for y'all, did you almost couldn't hear Jasmine? Did that happen for y'all?
From jump,
girl,
get it together, bitch. Y'all better sing.
Yeah. When I'm telling you, I ain't seen Black women that hype since like back in the day when Mary J. Blige was like out there. People were singing like all her like, woo, girl, they were in it.
Aww. And you know Atlanta just extra, so they were just like, I saw so many bundles, I saw so many outfits. I was just like this. I was like, this is how you leave Atlanta. This is how you will leave. Yeah. I was happy. I'm
glad you went. When I started, I was like,
it was because like that was a packing day, so we were just tired, and I was like, I don't feel like going, but you know what? Let's just go. And I'm glad I went. And then like we seeing Dawon all the down like in Florida and then Chicago. She's been everywhere.
Okay. First of all, I have a couple of shout outs that I need to share. Number one, I want to shout out to Brandon and Joe from Chicago, because I got a chance to finally meet up with them. Too. Yeah.
Monday? Was it yesterday? I think it's today. Or like not like the actual recording day, I mean.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, I just wanted to shout out to y'all because this was the first time we actually got a chance to meet in person. And it was lovely. Rashad, and shout out to Rashad. Rashad had invited me to this benefit / fundraiser dinner for this healthcare system that he's on the board of. And he also invited Brandon and his partner Joe. So I just want to shout out y'all because it was great meeting y'all. We didn't get to spend a lot of time together, but we will the next time that I'm in Chicago. But I will tell you, girl, I got some stories, and I know we're not going to be recording a lot today, but I'll pack this one away when we do a whole full episode.
Right, let me write this down to remember.
some stuff going on. But I've got to give my liver a break.
Ooh,
my liver needs a girl. Okay, so I was in Chicago for literally like a handful of days. I was there from Wednesday afternoon until Friday morning. Drank myself silly the entire time. And just did all that. And then friend of mine, Corin. Hey, Corin. Corin and he actually did one of our intros back in season 1 from London. He did one of our intros.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, Corin. So he came in with his boss, and we met up on Saturday, that following Saturday night in New York. And girl, we were out till 4 a.m.
Ooh, she thought she was 27.
Just drinking. But it was a fun time. Like, it was an absolute fun time. But that did a number on my liver. And then this past week we had our friends Lav and Chris in from Chicago staying with us because Lavender was doing the half marathon on Sunday. So they came out on Thursday, and
his name is Lavender.
Lavender, yeah.
Well, is he black?
Yeah.
Girl, that's a black name.
Oh, no. She was either going to be black or Asian.
You're right.
One of the two.
But I kind of like that as a name, Lavender. I like that.
But we sat and drank so goddamn much. I was like legit drunk for the past almost 3 weeks. It's been crazy.
Yeah, like I need to go out. Like I need something. I need a vacay. That's what I need. That's what I really need. Yeah. Like, I just want to go lay somewhere and finally turn my brain off from thinking and figuring out, because like people don't realize, like, and I think we've said this before, it's just like, you need a break from thinking sometimes. Like that shit wears you out.
This is true. Like, I know last year when we went to Greece, that was the whole point of that trip. And I know that it was like a lot of like, bougie, lavish, whatever, kind of stuff.
Dancing on tables.
Dancing on tables. But look, when she drinks, she has a good time. So, it's
as you should.
And that's the way that's what it's supposed to be. But more to your point, that whole trip, 17 days was just about relaxing. It was about sleeping in. It was about not like answering emails or like looking at work or like thinking about work. The whole agenda for the day is what we gonna drink and what we gonna eat tonight.
Period.
That's it. And just luxuriate. And I never really appreciated like beach vacations that are specifically designed to disconnect.
Yeah.
More than when I went on that trip.
Yeah.
So you might need to plan that. And look, a weekend won't do it.
It sure won't. And that's the thing. It's like you almost need 2-3 days just to finally be like, oh shit, I'm not at home. I'm like on vacation.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like real vacation, you need at least 5 days. You need at least 5 days because you need at least 2 days to finally feel like you can exhale. You need at least 2 days to let your hair down, and that 5th day is at least to just.
And the 5th day is a recoup day because you done did it too hard.
Right. You didn't act like you ain't got no sense. Like you ain't been nowhere before. You like, ooh, child.
But it is nice letting yourself go like that. Right. For however long that you can. It's so nice for your spirit, for your mental, for your emotional, for your everything. It is so
not
nice.
For my liver or my waistline. That's the only two
things
that
about
like that.
Those things. Oh, speaking of, so I'm doing this. So my sister challenged me to do this like detox tea challenge. Mm-hmm. So
wait, I'll have something to report in a couple of.
Well, to do the damn tea. Because it's supposed to be like a horrible experience. Yeah. But I mean, it's it has good results or whatever. So she's been doing it. So she's like, Dawon, I want you to do this one, but I want a challenge. I want to see how long you can do it before you stop, because you're supposed to do it every day for 14 days.
Fuck that.
So, and I've been watching videos about this particular tea, and everybody that talks about it say, don't make any plans.
Yeah.
don't be anywhere where you can't get to a bathroom within 5 minutes, because it does a number on you. But then when you're done,
that waist is snatched. Hey. Wait, so what day are you on?
I haven't started yet. I ordered it and it's supposed to be arriving. But girl, I just started working out. So I've been doing like my insanity workout at home. And so day 2 on that, I'm like, how the hell am I going to keep up with doing this and then also doing the tea? We'll find out.
Ooh, I can't wait till next week to find this out.
She gonna be on the toilet like this.
On the podcast.
On the podcast. Mute. All we gonna see is nothing but that cup.
You gonna see them veins popping out.
It's gonna be on mute for the entire time.
She gonna be like, why is my mic so hot?
Right.
Wow.
Why is that bathroom so hot? Oh my God. I know that's right. And community, like, I cry all the time when I laugh anyway, but my eyes are extra watery because it's allergy season right now too. So like I've been going through it with the allergies. My eyes are itching right now. Woo.
And you know what it is too? Like, I don't know if you had the same experience last year, but like my allergies kick up this time of year. Mm-hmm. And literally I'm not wearing my mask as much. That's the only thing that's different. That's like I wear it, but it's like I'm not wearing it as much as so like all the particles is just going.
Getting it. Kicking
I remember last year you were going through last year, Kerel.
I go through it every year. Yeah. And I was hoping this year, because it was starting to act up before I left Atlanta because it was just hot and blooming already. And I was like, maybe I'll get a couple of weeks of reprieve here in Philadelphia. And no, it's starting to kick off now. And I'm like, here we go. So,
yeah. I forget, Jerrell, do you get really bad allergies at all or no?
I do, but I get migraines as allergies. So I don't get the itchy eyes. Or the runny nose. I get the migraines and the headaches.
And is that like the blinding kind of like literally you can't see?
I have to wear sunglasses, lay down, like just to shut you down.
He'd be looking like Mary J. Blige in the Not Gonna Cry video. He been get the scarf.
Girl.
Got the glasses.
When I tell you. That's why I'm glad they got those quiet rooms at work, because I will sit in the dark and like
block everything out, huh?
Yeah.
I don't blame you. But community, like, I mean, a lot has kind of happened, but like I've been kind of out of it. So like the only thing I saw that was big was like Jussie. And like we were joking before, this is like Jussie's Minority Report, because I feel like we talk about him all the time and nobody else gives a damn.
Right. There's probably people right now saying, "Oh Lord, here they go talking about them."
Right. So he was in jail, but now he's not in jail, and I was like, "Oh God!" Like, and now that like it sounds like the two brothers are suing the lawyer, and the lawyer is suing the brothers. I'm like, this shit won't ever die. Like, this
I thought Maury was ending. How is it still going?
I don't know.
Now this is the season finale of Maury right here. Right. That's what we're gonna see it play out on.
Wait, is it Maury leaving? Like, I think I did see that on Instagram.
It is.
This is his last season.
This is last season.
Like, was that by choice or did he get canceled? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
I honestly didn't. I saw the headline. I was like, okay.
Right.
This shit will be on reruns anyway.
And here I am. And here I'm being like, damn, we kept him going. Like,
we sure did.
Because you know it's us. You know it's us watching the mess.
Man,
Maury. Like, you know, like, oh no, that's not my baby. Just running out.
Right. I low-key never watched Maury in so long though. Like, he was the original Springer.
Yeah,
because he's been around 30 years. So I think he came out like right before. He was like him and like Jenny Jones.
No, I think Springer came out first though.
And you think so?
And Geraldo was also pretty messy as well. Geraldo was like super messy.
And I guess even like Donna.
Remember he got hit in the face with a chair and it broke his nose.
Yeah, you're right. Geraldo, we should have known Geraldo was going to become even worse than he was back then. We should have known.
Yeah, something went wrong in his mental, because he went off the deep end, like the deep end of like psychosis, because like he is on a completely different planet.
And then the only other thing I've been trying to watch is like, or at least read the transcripts and the headlines.
Oh, real quick,
Kentanji one too. Yeah,
real quick. Going back to Jussie. But on a serious note, one of the things that I did kind of appreciate was when he was being sentenced and he stood up and said that he's not suicidal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all remember that or if you heard about that, but when he was being sentenced, he stood up and said over and over again that he's not suicidal, in part because there are a lot of people that do bad things in jail, especially like COs and other officers of the law, and then claim that the inmate committed suicide. And so, you know, that and while I don't even know, no one really knows the truth except for Jussie, and I don't even think he's
so Jussie and Steamies.
Steamies, right?
The Steamies cameras.
But I did think that was a very poignant notion and shined a little bit of light on a situation that specifically affects Black men in prison, that so many of Black men will be victimized in prison, you know, by the officers, and they will claim, because they ain't got no cameras and no shit in there, they'll claim that they were suicidal. So I thought that was really smart on his behalf.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And then we're seeing Kentanji go through the SCOTUS confirmation hearings now, and I love seeing a Black woman on display like this. Like, she's just giving the whole Black woman experience, the looks, the intelligence, the beautifulness, like everything. And I'm glad America's seeing what we've known forever, that we all have in our lives, of just a strong Black woman showing her full range, and they're not tripping her up. Like, of course, Mr. Ted bum ass Cruz.
Not with that damn ass book. Like, you're like teaching racism. I said,
it's like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Your book teaching racism. Do you agree? I said,
look, weren't you fleeing the country when there was a whole ass hurricane hitting your whole damn state? Come on now.
Say a whole word. And ain't you in from a state that's definitely racist anyway? So like, you got other racist shit to look at,
right?
Like, come on, man.
And you want to talk about beliefs, and I'm like, but you also come from a state where women can't have rights. So
that
like
part.
you want to talk well, you want to question her beliefs and talk about her beliefs are, you know, she will use her beliefs to make the law and stuff like that. Because that's what you just did.
Yeah. It also just goes to show that women, and particularly women of color, and specifically Black women, let's call a spade a spade, you know, specifically Black women, how they, no matter how many accolades they get, they always get put, there is this notion that they have to prove on top of their accolades that they already done, that they already that they have to approve, that they have to prove themselves. Meanwhile, you have what's his face, the Buchanan, not Buchanan, the one that they
Brett Kavanaugh or whatever,
that one, Opie, you know, got fucking, you know, like rape charges against him, you know, and didn't have to nearly, and fucking cried on the, like, how are you gonna be emotional like that and then be objective when some shit hits the fan? But
period.
We got to, like, you know, run our Black women through the ringer.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So, but I'm proud of her. Like, I'm just like, that's what I know. That's, you know, like it warms my heart. And then congratulations to her, because she's gonna get through. Like, she's gonna get through.
She has the votes. She has the votes.
Absolutely.
So this is like, and this is the thing that frustrates me. But that's the thing that frustrates me. It's like all this like pontificating and all of this, like, you know, like this circus that they put on. She already done got the votes. So we don't even need to be going through all of this. Just vote, just cast the vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cast the vote at this point.
Exactly. So I'm glad Biden did what he said he was going to do. He said he's going to get a Black woman in there, and I'm glad that he followed through on that regard. Obviously, there's still a lot of moving parts for a lot of things that we still need him to do. But
so that's the question. That's the question to y'all, aunties. Do you feel like, how do you? So remember when we rated Biden, you know, like 100 days in.
Yep.
Do you feel that now? Let me rephrase it a different way. Would you rate him differently now than when you rated him 100 days in?
I feel like I might have given him like a B or somewhere range around there. Would I give him a lesser grade, or I would say maybe slightly, like if I can't remember what I gave him.
What would you grade him? What would you grade him?
If I gave him
a
B, I would probably give him like a B minus C plus, that range now. I feel like he needs to be like, it's a lot of moving parts. I thought the Senate would be doing a lot more because they have the vote, and it's hard for him to do what he needs to do.
Yes.
So I always kind of had that in my mind frame. But one thing he did say he was going to do, he's like, oh, I could work with both sides of the aisle and get them to vote the way we need to. And I don't think he's doing a lot of that yet. Or if he has, he hasn't done the grand gestures that may be in the media to market it the way he needs to. Yes, I know there's a lot
of. It ain't working.
Is that very well?
I think
he's tried it, but it ain't working.
Yeah. And so that's the part where it's just like, I feel like to do that. Yeah. And so I feel like there's a couple people in the Senate that are on power trips and ego trips right now to show that they could do what they want to do, and potentially trying to become president down the line or something like that. That is fucking up the game plan, really. And I don't think Biden foresaw that to this extent. So overall, I mean, at the end of the day, you're the head, despite all the craziness below you. So I got to lessen the grade a little bit, but I do know it's not all his fault.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would agree. I think that's like, I gave him a B plus last time, and I would give him like a B minus. Like Kerel said, I mean, like there are other factors happening right now that just like are binding and limiting to all the things that he said that he would do, you know. And on top of that, like, the whole pandemic has changed a lot of things and how people are acting and what's happening in the world. You got Russia, Ukraine going on. You got people in the Senate acting a fool. You got Florida doing this, Texas doing that. And it's just like the world is fucking on fire, and Biden's like, I can only put out so many fires, and he can't.
It's like whack-a-mole.
Answer right, literally. Like, bitch, like he over there playing the church drums at this point. Bitch.
Right.
That's what he better.
You better play them drums.
You better play them drums, bitch. Because you could, like, the man could only do so much, you know, like, but people tend to forget, like, there are checks and balances for a reason why a president can't just do whatever. And it's evident that people are flexing those pinpoints. And I think it's because of the fact that, unlike Trump, you know, Biden is he's more of a pushover and will let people have an opinion, etc. Whereas Trump would be like, I will hit you where it fucking hurts. And that was one of the things that I kind of liked about
Ooh.
Little brass knuckles over there.
That's one of the things that I liked about Obama. I'm not even gonna put that on. I liked about Obama is that he was very to the point. You know, he was to the point, and it was like
that. Ooh, right.
That would have been forever.
Right, and that's why I was like, I was like, let's use a good example. Let's use a good example. Yes, you know. So I think Biden needs to be a little bit more direct, and I think he needs to be less across the aisle. And I think that's where he's failing, is he's trying to please so many people that he's unable to please the majority.
Yeah.
So and he's old as fuck too. So
ooh. Not the wine drink after. What is your grade the same, Dawon?
I think I said a C the last time, and I think I'll still give him a C.
Okay.
I think I still give him a C. I don't have any delusions about what he's capable of. I know that he's got, I mean, like you said, Jerrell, the world is literally on fire right now. And apparently Black lives don't matter right now because we all paying attention to Ukraine. So
that's a whole world.
There goes them black squares and all them little like Black Lives Matter little like emblems and whatever that was all over the social media. But sorry, that was a tangent. But
no, it wasn't.
So I feel like for the Black agenda, he's like hitting at a C/C minus. He's like coming through with some things, but there's just some social things that like prison reform, like legalizing marijuana and expunging a lot of the the records of people that have been in prison because of marijuana. Like there's just so many things that are impacting our community that he has the capability of making those changes, and it's taking too damn long. I don't see these, he was coming out with gangbusters in the beginning of his presidency with, this executive order and that, but that shit didn't slow down now. So it's like,
and here's another example of where not even the Senate, the House of Republicans. That's weird. The House. What am I trying to say? The House. What's the House?
House of Representatives.
The House and the Senate.
Thank you. Damn. I was like, in my head, I saw REP, and I was like, that's not Republican, though. Damn.
But
that just shows you how I was tired, girl. Are you right?
Damn.
But passing the Crown Act and how it literally was split along party lines. Like, Republicans, you still want us to, like, be fired by our hair? Like, it's sad that for literally, I need a haircut again, but I chopped my hair right before I left Atlanta just trying to find a barber here. But part of it, like I took the tail off and everything, part of it was just like thinking, and it's sad that I still kind of think this way. Going into a new client, are they going to understand my hairstyle? And I don't feel like explaining. So it's just like, you know what, I had it for the last 10 months, let me try something new. But it's weird that still kind of creeps in your mind. So to have something like this pass where like you cannot be fired and your pay can't be lowered, just stupid shit based on hairstyles that are relevant in our community, and yet that was voted on party lines. Like, like because of something that grows out of our fucking head. That's wild to me. So it's just like you just look at the Republican Party, you're just like, what? Like, how, Sway? Like, especially the ones that there's a very handful of black Republicans. It's like, how you voting for this? Against this, I should say.
That's because they bald headed.
Candace Owens.
Oh, they bald headed. You're right.
They bald headed.
They wear wigs.
They wear wigs anyways. So.
So it's just shit like that like reminds me that it's hard for the Biden administration to get shit done when literally when it comes down to hair, they can't even get the votes they need.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but
I think there's just so much on the plate. It's like, where do you start? It's like when you have a Thanksgiving plate. That's what I like when I think of like the big picture. I think about like when you make that first plate at Thanksgiving, you got everything. You're like, damn, bitch, where do I start? Yeah. And I can see there being a lot on his plate. Like it's very easy for us to talk about what we need, but there are other communities out there within this country that have a laundry list of things. Yeah. Just like we do. And I can understand being able to like having different, like, well, where the fuck do I start? Because damn if you're doing a video. And like, even if he did for us, there are other people in different communities who are having those same type of conversations too. The indigenous people still got shit that they deserve, and rightfully so. We got immigrants in here. We still got people at the borders, they're still looking for their fucking families. Like there's a lot going on in this country.
And even like the transgender community right now, like there's a lot of stuff in the headlines now that we were just talking about. What we were going to say for this episode, you were mentioning right before we hopped on.
About like the trans swimmer Lia Thomas. Yeah, she won an NCAA championship this past weekend. 2 weekends after the podcast had come out, and swimming. And everyone's talking about how she does not deserve to to have the title, and it's not fair, and this is a danger to women's sports, and trans women shouldn't be able to compete. And everyone is talking about these fucking opinions on something that their brains cannot comprehend and understand how science and facts work when it comes to someone transitioning.
And people that probably ain't even an athlete at that.
Not even an athlete.
Can't even swim no way.
That part. Like, are you kidding?
Don't drown. No. It's like, come on.
But for real though, and on top of that, it's the same people who ain't never been to a swim meet, ain't never dove, and don't have no clue about the goddamn sport, but they got an opinion on this. And it's like, but your opinion ain't facts.
Nope.
Your opinion is not fucking facts. And I'm tired of having conversations with people. Well, I don't give a fuck what you think. It is about the science. Think what you want to. Your ass ain't right. Yeah. Period. And it's just been frustrating. It's like people out here trying to die on the hill about something that ain't got shit to do with them. Mind your damn business. What you should be doing, especially people in our community. Where's our voices about Brittany Griner, who is still in prison and fucking Russia till May on charges of fucking cartridge and a possible 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
But like our own community of Black folks are talking about a trans white woman. But we got a Black sister over there in fucking Russia.
Yep.
Like, why are we focusing our energy on shit that ain't got nothing to do with us? It's not even now. I'm not even talking about you not being able to comprehend the conversation with Lia Thomas, but not being able to understand that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. But the one thing that you could relate to, you ain't trying to be about. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, that's a word. That's a word.
Oh.
No, you're right. You absolutely right. I got nothing to add to that one. What you thinking, Dawon?
I just think that people love to get mad about the wrong things and not mad about the right things. Mm-hmm. I think it's more comfortable for them to get mad about something that's wrong than something that's like something that's not the right thing. Yeah. Because the right thing is to be upset about injustice, no matter where it happens. Right. There ain't no injustice that's happening in fucking swim meets. I'm sorry. And ain't nobody out here, at least right now, maybe in another 75 years or whatever, but right now ain't nobody switching up their gender at all, going through hormone therapy, losing muscle mass, going through psychological evaluations,
spending
living
coin.
as a woman, spending coins, living as a woman for a whole damn year before you can have the actual biological. Like, no one's going all that to get some goddamn, like Reese Cup medals. Sorry.
Girl, thank you.
Ain't
That's
nobody
a word,
doing that.
That's a word.
So like you all up in arms about the wrong damn thing. And we see this all the time. People will get all up in arms. And like you said, Jerrell, they will die on a hill over something that ain't got not a damn thing to do with them. And don't know, and
hey, you can't swim.
Ain't got nothing to do with them. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Look, I had to reel myself back in.
Right, because it happens quickly. Look, we got 3 weeks worth. We got 3 weeks worth. But like, it's funny, like people are talking about like, well, she was born taller and figuring all of this stuff. And I'm just like, bitch, it was scientifically proven that Michael motherfucking Phelps had a advantage over everyone else in fucking swimming because of his fucking arm span. His arm span. His arm span allowed him to be a better fucking swimmer than everyone else.
I want shorter arms in swimming. You're cheating, Michael.
Right. But you didn't hear nobody boo-hoo like that about him. It ain't fair because he got these long ass orangutan arms. Like, ain't nobody say no shit like that. Like, you didn't hear that shit.
Not orangutan arms. Community, we back, bitch. But yeah, no, I that is wild, and I didn't see this story, so I need to go out and look. But it's wild, and it happens in a lot. Like, I mean, remember a couple years ago, she's still banned from running. Mm-hmm. They said, what was her, Caster?
Caster. Yes, but she's still banned from running.
And so it's just like, I don't get people. I just don't get it, and they ain't got shit to do with you. Just because you got your ass beat, now you want to cry.
But you know what's so funny? People are trying to use her as an example of why it's not fair. I'm just like, if anything, that goes to show you how much of a difference it is when you are transitioning as a trans woman, how much your hormones go down. You know what? Like,
they're
the whole
right.
argument.
They're absolutely right that it's not fair. It's not fair for her.
Exactly. That's who it's not fair for. That's the real. Yeah, that's like my nephew had posted something, and I was like, nephew, I urge you to go and learn something. I was like, there's a reason why we're taught in school to state your sources, to give proof and credit to what you're saying versus opinions. And I said, you speaking on 2 different things. These are both tragedies, or these are both situations that are unfortunate for 2 different reasons. Mm-hmm. These are not apples and apples. These are apples and motherfucking oranges. Yeah. They are not the same thing.
Apples and orangutans.
Orangutans.
That's the title right there. Apples and orangutans.
Apples and orangutans.
Oh, Jesus. Well, community, we're going to actually cut this episode a little shorter. We're not going to do Ask Your Aunties this week. Drag Race, there's a shit ton to catch up on Drag Race, but then they still haven't, they barely eliminated anyone in the last 3 weeks, so we'll catch up next week.
Girl.
Shit, they all still there.
Drag Race. The never-ending story of Drag Race.
Not the moldy chocolate.
Girl. It's chocolate. That part still is cracking me up, though. the reaction of the room. Oh, it's chocolate. It's so stupid, but it's funny as shit.
Ridiculous.
The only thing I will say about Drag Race is, why does Willow Pill got rhythm like that? I'm gonna leave it right there.
Let me tell you, Willow Pill. I said this bitch is
sleeper agent
for real. I changed my
too much, never too much, never too much. I was like, Willow, if you don't, I was like, I'm mad about this.
I said, girl, I knew. Once I saw her lip sync, I was like, okay, she's gonna win it.
Yeah.
She's gonna win it. Yeah, so, she has everything.
So we'll catch up on Drag Race because, again, there's still 95 queens left.
925,000.
Girl, it's the longest season. They showed a promo, And I forgot some of the queens were on this season already. Like
I said,
Jambalaya
who's Orion?
and everything. I was like, I forgot that was this season. Shit. So anyway,
it does feel like the season that's never ending.
It is.
This is a song that never ends. Just go on and on again.
Some people started singing. Oh, come on now. Come on, Lamb Chop.
Lamb Chop. Yeah, bitch.
See.
Not Lamb Chop.
Well, bitch, ain't nobody else getting chopped, so gotta be Lamb Chop, man.
You ain't never lied. So, but our community, we'll catch up for a full episode next week. But until then, wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
You said, no, ain't nobody getting chopped. Whew, I was mad. I was like, again?
Girl.
They all safe?
Girl.
I was like, I'm done.
And you know what? And I'm so mad because you can tell last episode was a producer episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because
yeah.
because Jasmine Kennedy did way better than Diabetes, and Diabetes should not have been safe.
No.
Period.
Whole ass word.
Yeah. That was literally a producer's episode.
Whole ass word.
Because that should not have played out how it played out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? We're keeping this so part in. Now wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass word.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. We go.